Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to today's online class. Today's topic is problems and prospects of farm mechanization. We are going to define farm mechanization, and also we are going to look at the problems and the prospects of farm mechanization. First of all, let us define agricultural mechanization. By definition, agricultural mechanization is the application of engineering principles and technology in agricultural production. In the olden days, farm operations are carried out manually, but these days, a lot of farm machines and implements have been produced in order to carry out numerous farm operations easily and timely. For example, tractor, when it is coupled with a plow, it is very easy to plow the farmland, and also the ridger implement make it easier to reach the farmland. Chemicals have also been produced in order to kill. Chemicals such as herbicide have been produced to control the weed, and the fertilizers has also been produced to enhance the nutrients of the soil. And also refrigerator such as the fridge has been produced in order to enhance the shelf life of perishable foods. We also have storage facilities. So all these things have made it very possible to carry out agricultural production in large quantity and very easily, and that is why we said agricultural mechanization is the application of engineering principles and technology in agricultural production. Let us look at examples of agricultural mechanized operations. We have land clearing, land preparation. In land clearing, you can use the bulldozer to clear the land. Land preparation, you can also use some other farm machines when coupled with farm implements in order to prepare the land. For example, when you want to plow, you make use of the plow implements when it is attached to a tractor. We also have planting. Planter has been produced to enhance the planting of seeds. 4. Fertilizer, herbicide and pesticide application. This very operation will have a chemical fertilizers such as NPK. We also have a chemical such as herbicide that is used to control the weed, and pesticide, a chemical that is used to control the pest on the farm. Harvesting of crops, there are machines that we call harvesters that are used in harvesting farm crops. We also have feeding of animals. These farm operations have also been enhanced because there are some machines that can automatically feed the animals. Processing of farm produce. There are machines that help us to process the farm produce in a better way. Storage of farm produce is another farm operation that numerous storage facilities have been produced in order to store the farm produce. Problems of agricultural mechanization. They are the following. 1. Land tenure system. Land tenure system is a system of land acquisition, and we have a land tenure system. We have a land tenure system, the one that has to do with purchasing of land, renting of land. If you want to rent a land, the problem is that you cannot plant permanent crop on it. Therefore, is an hindrance to the farmer. And if you want to purchase a land, most farmers does not have enough money to buy land. Okay, this is why this is a problem. 2. Scattered farm holdings. For example, a farmer may be having 5 hectares of land, but these 5 hectares of land may not be in one geographical place. They may be 1 hectare in one place, 2 hectares in another place. So to carry out some operations, it will be very difficult since they are not together. Poverty of farmers. The farmers are not buoyant enough. They didn't have enough money in order to participate in farm mechanizing of the farm operations. 4. Inadequate fabrication and the repairing of farm machines. In Africa, Nigeria in particular, there is no enough fabrication or production of machines and farm implement that will help in farm mechanization. Then even if machines are bought from overseas, it is very difficult to get them repaired when they are damaged. Number 5, inadequate spare parts. If farm machines are bought from overseas, if any part of the parts, if any parts got damaged, it is very difficult to get the spare parts to be used for a replacement. Inadequate technical know-how. There are no enough people that have the skill to operate the machine and some other farm implements. 7. Stumps and logs left behind after clearing. When a manual land clearing is done and you want to further the farm operation with machines, the logs that are lying on the farm make it very difficult for the machine to move within the farmland. Advantages of agricultural mechanization. 1. It saves time. Instead of a particular farm operation to take 1 week, if mechanization is employed, it can take just a day or 2 days. It saves labor. That is a farm operation that if in 5 hectares of land or 10 hectares of land, they are to be worked upon by 10 farm laborers. If you employ the use of farm machines to carry out such operation, so it will be better than using many farm laborers that will cost you a lot of money. 3. It promotes specialization of labor. That is, if a particular farm operator is to be applying a fertilizer, he will know that that is the type of the job he has to be doing. Or if his own is just to plow the land, such farm operator will be an expert in such area. This is what we call promotion or specialization of labor. 4. It promotes large-scale farming. The use of farm machines in farm operations make it very possible to work on a large acre of land. 5. It increases output. Since the use of machine is involved, you'll be able to work on a large area of land, and when this is done, the output will be very increased. 6. It reduces drudgery. For example, if someone is told, let us go to farm, we are going to carry out weeding operation and planting, one will feel very uncomfortable to carry out such tedious work. But if machine is to be used, like for the plowing, you use plow attached to the tractor to carry out such operation, and for the weeding you apply chemical instead of using hoe and cutlass to carry out the weeding, so it will make drudgery to be reduced. Disadvantages of agricultural mechanization. 1. It is expensive to operate and maintain machines if damage occur. It costs a lot of money to buy numerous farm machines and implements, and also if damage occur, to repair it is very expensive. 2. It displaces workers. What we mean here is that, for example, in Africa that we have high population, so if machines are employed or used to carry out farm operations, the youths may not have enough work to do, because there won't be work to do. The work that will be done by human must have been done with the machines. 3. Heavy machines compact the soil due to movements. Farm machines are very heavy, so as they move on the farmland, they press down the soil. This is what we call compartment of the soil. Okay, and this can destroy the soil structure. Number 4, it causes environmental pollution from smoke, chemical and fertilizer usage. If fertilizer and chemicals are not used as instructed on the label of the products, it will lead to pollution, and pollution destroys aquatic life and the land life. Number 5, it brings about landscape degradation due to continuous excavation. Now, what we mean here is that the nature of how farmland will be distorted. Number 6, it leads to destruction of soil structure. This point is the one I brought out in number 4. That is, if the soil is compacted, it will lead to soil structure destruction. Limitation of agricultural mechanization. What we mean here is by limitation simply means hindrances that can prevent the farmers from carrying out farm operations with machines. 1 is economic limitation. That is, the farmers does not have enough money to carry out farm mechanization. 2, technical limitation. That is, the skills required to carry out farm mechanization are limited. 3, lack of maintenance. If these machines that got damaged, it is very difficult to repair them or to maintain. 4, small farm holdings. In Africa, farmers have small farms in different places instead of having them to be in large hectare in one particular place. This is because land tenure system in Africa is a very big limitation to farm mechanization. Let us look at this properly. Economic limitation. 1, most farmers are poor. 2, high cost of hiring machines. That is, for a farmer to hire a machine in order to carry out farm operation, it will be very expensive for such a farmer to do that because they don't have enough money. 3, high cost of maintenance. If you have a machine like the tractor, In order to keep it running, you have to be maintaining it, and this requires a lot of money. B. Technical limitation. 1. Lack of technical know-how. It requires enough skill to operate farm machines and also to maintain them, and this is lacking. 2. Most machines are not adapted to our local environment. In the western region where these machines are produced, the type of the soil, their area is a temperate region, so their soil type is different from the soil type in Africa. So some of their machines are not adapted to work in our own environment in Africa. 3. No training schools for machines operators. The machine operators need to go to vocational studies, where need to go for a vocational training where how to operate farm machines will be taught. Let us look at under lack of maintenance. 1. There are no enough facilities for repair. What usually happens in areas or countries where farm mechanization are carried out is that within the farm or close to the farm, there is always a repair facilities in case of any damage to the farm machines. But here in Africa, it is not like that. So when a machine is damaged, it is very difficult to get the repair sometimes. 2. There are not enough trained personnel. The trained personnel I'm talking about is the machine operators. Okay, they are not enough here in Africa. 3. Replacement parts are not available. Even if you want replacement parts, you have to wait for weeks or months in order to get it imported from the overseas. D. Small farm holdings. Small farm holdings. 1. Fragmentation of farmland, that is, farmland owned by farmers are in different small portions in different areas. They are not together. This makes it to be difficult for farm mechanization to be carried out by the farmer. 2. Agriculture is mostly practiced by peasant farmers. Since they are peasant farmers, they don't always think of making use of machines to carry out farm operations. 3. There are not enough cooperative farmers to handle large farm holdings. For farm mechanization to be carried out smoothly, the farmers need to form cooperative society so that they can have enough members to put money together in order to buy machines to carry out farm operations. Now let us look at reasons why agriculture has not been fully mechanized in West Africa. 1 is that there are no access roads for farm machines. Even if you have large hectares of farmland and you are ready to carry out to mechanize the farm, it is very difficult to see good roads that the machines will ply and find their way to the farm. Number 2, machines and implements are very expensive. So for farmers to acquire farm machines, they need a lot of money. 3, there is inadequate extension service for farmers. Farmers need the service of agricultural extension workers in order to update them and teach them modern system of farming, because in the world today many things are changing. Also in agriculture, new knowledge are being developed, and the farmers need to get this. So if there are no extension workers to extend this information to them, So it will be very difficult to practice a farm mechanization because the population is high. Every country is going into farm mechanization. Number 4, poor market structures for produce. It is difficult to get a good market structure that can allow the sale of farm produce at a very good price. Number 5, small farm holdings due to land tenure system. Since the farmer have small farms in different areas, it is difficult to practice a farm mechanization because the machines cannot be moving from one small farm to another small farm. It will make it to be too expensive due to the fuel consumption. Possible ways of improving agriculture through mechanization. This is the possible ways are the prospects that I said about, that things to be done in order to make farm mechanization in Africa achievable. One is that farmers should be educated to adapt to modern system of farming, and for this education of the farmer to be carried out, the services of agricultural extension workers are needed because they are in between the government and the farmer. They relay informations. Number 2, government should provide loans for farmers. Loan facilities should be provided for farmers in order to have the credits to pursue agricultural mechanization. 3, land tenure system should be reviewed to allow possession of large hectares of land. The current land tenure system practiced in Africa does not encourage the acquisition of large hectares of land for farming, so this should be reviewed. Number 4, simple and less expensive machines should be fabricated. Here in Africa, simple machines that are not very expensive should be produced so that the local farmers, the peasant farmers, can make use of them. Number 5, government should strengthen agricultural engineering schools and institutions. When this is done, there will be enough skills that will be garnered towards the operation of farm machines in order to carry out farm operations, because the agricultural engineering schools will afford the people the knowledge to know modern system of farming. Thank you for listening. We have come to the end of this lecture. Read your notes very well and make sure that you do the assignments. Thank you for listening. We shall